The flat 3,000 meters is a bit of a challenge for me because it's a tad longer than I'm normally comfortable doing. So the steeplechase is nice because you get to run at a little bit slower of a pace, but then you hurdle things. So you hurdle 5 barriers per lap. And that gives me something to focus on, and I rely a little bit more on my athleticism. You get fatigued towards the end after doing the water jump once per lap, so that gets tough. I'd say the first water jump is the hardest mentally because you get a little afraid because I don't practice them in practice. So the first one I'm like, oh God, am I gonna drown? You know, I have like these ridiculous thoughts before I jump. And usually the first one is a little bit messy and I get wet and I say to myself, what are you doing? So from then on out, I really attack the barrier and try to only get 1 foot wet, and really it's minimal splash and I really don't even get that wet. So if I'm hurdling correctly, it's really not that big of a deal, but the trick is just really attacking it and running through it. Yeah, if I run into that, I fall. If I run into one of these, they fall. So that's, it's good just to practice my form without risk of injury. So that's the important part.
Athleticism definitely lends itself to mastering the technical part of the hurdling, and she's a farm kid, so she's strong. And then she's just blessed with great speed also. So I mean, she really has the total package. But definitely her previous background in other sports have definitely lend itself to being very proficient at hurdling.
Before this, I was definitely more of a miler. I really enjoy the 1500. I think my body is well suited for the 1500. I have a lot more power and speed than I do really the strength. But over the years I've been really working on my tempos and doing a little bit more mileage. I feel stronger than I ever have before. So I think the steeple is becoming my baby, whether I want it to be or not. And also, I mean, just in the world stage, the steeple is a developing event. So I have the ability to be competitive on a world stage, whereas the 1500, I might be able to make the Olympic team for the U.S. And be like national caliber, but in order to make the final at the Olympics and really look towards the medal stand, that's not quite within my reach this year. Right. So whereas the steeple, I think I could do that. For me, I really, really want to win. Last year I was 0.2 away from the win, and that has sat with me for 12 long months, and I'm very much ready to get that done.